Okay. All right, we're live. This is exciting. We're going to wait a couple of seconds so we can start exactly at noon, but if you're already here, welcome. We're excited to have you here. We'll be starting in just a few seconds on noon on the dot. This is your first webinar, Zita. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Good. Awesome. All right, let's adjust the screen. Perfect. It's noon. We're getting started. Welcome everyone joining us to today's 1 Degree Referrals webinar. Joined by Aziza Zalaco, our summer intern. She comes from Rice University. We've been hosting students from Rice for 3 years now. Very excited about our partnership. So thank you for joining us, Aziza. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Aziza will be helping us. She's going to follow your questions. So before we get started, just a couple of house. We're going to be getting all of your questions via the chat box on your right. So just send any questions right there. It's live. And also you can send us questions via Twitter with hashtag 1degreelive. So you can join the conversation right there. Send questions anytime you think about them, and then we're going to answer them all together at the end. Let's get started. Today we're going to talk about 1 Degree referrals and how they can help you close the loop of care. Before we do that, I'd love to give you a little bit of a refresher introduction to 1 Degree. We're a nonprofit, and our mission is to empower people to build paths out of poverty for themselves and for their communities. So everything we do revolves around that, fighting poverty by empowering people. We believe our community has agency, and we want to equip them with all the tools necessary for them to use it. In 1 Degree, we've built a platform, an online platform accessible from any phone, cell phone, computer, laptop, tablet, any internet-connected device, where people can search for thousands of community resources with just 2 clicks. Domestic violence, get put on their zip code and find a place to stay tonight. Free legal aid to get a restraining order. Job training opportunities, an outfit for an interview, and daycare, all in one place. So today we're going to be talking to you about 1 Degree Referrals, which is our newest tool for social workers, case managers, and anyone that is helping people in need, people that could use any type of social service. I'm going to change screens so you can see my screen, so I can walk you through it and I stop just talking about it and you can see it for yourselves. I would love for you to brainstorm and think about how you could use this. As we go in the presentation, think about how you could use it for your organization to empower yourself and your team with better tools, and also to empower your clients. Don't forget, ask us any questions, hashtag 1degreelive. I'll see you in a second. Let me now share my screen. Share. There we go. Present to everyone. Okay, so this is 1 Degree. Super quick refresher. There's 3 ways to search for 1 Degree for resources on 1 Degree. Right here via the keyword. Right here, browsing all of the different categories and subcategories, and right here with what we call our visual search, the new search. Before I start getting to the nitty-gritty of 1 Degree referrals, I'm going to show you how to set your account to be shown as a pro member. You want to be classified as a pro member if you're a nonprofit professional of any kind, so you can get the extra nonprofit professional tools, including 1 Degree referrals. It's important to note that this is free. It will always remain free to be a pro member on 1 Degree. So don't let the word pro confuse you. There's no cost associated with that. So to do that, you come here into my account. First, you will have to log in to your 1 Degree account. So you arrive to 1 Degree door, or login will be right here. I'm logged in already, so I don't have to do it. Put in your password, and you come here to my account, and you come into settings. We have extra security, so I have to do my password again. And for extra security, not even I know my password, so we have to do this extra step. But you have to just type your password right here. There we go. So I logged in. I came to my account, settings. Then I have all my information here. And then here where it says pro membership, all I have to do is check that I'm a nonprofit professional or a nonprofit or social work professional, and that's it. Then you'll be able to get all of the tools. The other thing you want to do is when you want to be affiliated with the organization you work with. That will enable you to do team collaborations and a bunch of other useful features. So you can click here and connect the organization and just type the organization that you work. Type the organization that you work for. It says 1 degree because I work at 1 degree, but for example, I could say Compass. If I was working at Compass, I'll search for my organization. I'll click, I'll put what role I am, and just connect. We will verify your link, your connection to the organization with your organization's admin. And we can do that on our side, 1 degree, or if your organization has a admin on 1 degree directly, they can do it themselves. So you don't have to worry. Just click here and connect. I'm going to change super quickly at 1 degree so no one thinks I'm switching jobs. There we go. Connected. All right, that was the first step. Now, I wanted to share how 1 degree referrals came to be. I'm going to come here. You know, there is a lot that goes into helping someone and building a care plan for someone. If you're a social worker or a case manager, even an emergency department nurse. And how 1 degree referrals came to be was because we were talking with many of our members, and they shared with us that even though they found thousands of resources on 1 degree, they shared it with their clients. In many cases, they never knew what came to be out of that. It's very hard to keep track of your client's progress in an organized manner. Even worse if you're working with many, many clients. So we created this tool to help close that loop of care. So I'm going to show you our tools to track that progress, to equip your clients to tell you super easily how it went, or for you to send them reminders and to put together plans for anyone, regardless of how tech savvy or how comfortable with computers they are. So yeah, I just wanted to super quickly, before we get into the nitty gritty, I wanted to share with you how 1 degree referrals came to be. This was made with tons of feedback from all of our wonderful partners, including the case managers at Compass Family Services. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Compass. They gave us all the feedback on all they would want to have in a tool to keep track of referrals. And then we used the feedback at every step of the way until we came up with 1 degree referrals. All right, so that was the introduction. Let's get started. So once you're logged in as a pro, like we did, you're going to have this icon right here pop up that says My Clients. So this is where you keep track of all of your clients. I put some examples there. These are all fictitious, like Tester McTest, Testerina, or my colleagues. And so none of this information is real client information. So the first step I would do would be to add a new client. So I would add, let's say, for example, I love doing my Tester McTest, my favorite client. Their email is tester.mactest. Oh, 1 second. mactest2017@gmail.com. I can put their phone number if I want to keep track of it here. If not, I can leave it blank. This is useful if I want my client to get text messages, notifications. But for now, let's leave it at that. Now, this is a really cool feature. I can say if my client prefers to gather information in English or Spanish. So, for example, if this was a monolingual Spanish speaker client and I don't speak Spanish, I can do all of my job and search for resources, do referrals, add notes in English, do all of my research in English. But because I selected Spanish here, they're going to get all of the care plan written down for them with next steps in Spanish. So 1 degree will do the interpreter role for me. So I can still help someone that speaks only Spanish, even if I don't speak Spanish at all. So this is a great feature. So you can increase the number of people you can help. So I'm gonna keep it in English for now. Click save, and now we're gonna have Tester McTest. So from here, I can start referring him to resources. I can do an assessment of whether Tester McTest is at diabetes risk, depression, food insecurity, housing insecurity. These are some of the assessment tests that we have available. This is kind of like a questionnaire, and based on the answers of the questionnaires, like let me show you real quickly, learn if you're at risk for type 2 diabetes by answering a few questions and so on. And based on the results from this, I can get recommendations of resources to refer my client to. Show you that really quickly, but I'm going to go back to assessments. I mean, back to my clients. Yes, I'm sure. Okay. Oh, 1 second. Here we go. We added my client test or Mac test. Here we go. So these were assessment or last things. And I can always edit their contact information. One thing that's important to note, I forgot to tell you, when we're doing the contact information, if you're not comfortable using your client's real names, you can also say family 12345 and use whatever code that you have for them. But it is important for you to know that 1Degree is HIPAA compliant. So all the information that you see here is as secure as a hospital record would be. So a HIPAA compliant organization means that the levels of physical and digital security are as safe as those required by hospitals. 1Degree technically is not required to be HIPAA compliant, but we wanted to take that extra step so that everyone would feel comfortable with their information and their client's information. All right, so we were editing test or Mac test contact information. So they changed their email or phone number, you can always come here and change it. All right, so let's go back to resources. We haven't sent them any resources yet. So let's say test or Mac test needs food and job training, and Aziza, what would be one example more of something people need sometimes?
They might need like emergency childcare.
Perfect.
If their babysitter isn't working out.
Perfect. Daycare. Love it. Let's start with that. So we're gonna click on create referral, and we're gonna start searching for resources as if I would with anyone else. So this is, remember, our visual search. So we're going to start with Aziz's example, which was daycare. So I can come here to family and household, infants, diapers. Well, it's not here. This is the great thing. Find daycare right here, but I discovered that there's baby clothes. So accidentally, we get to discover more resources. So let's click here on children and youth. Childcare. There we go. And it automatically is going to search for resources around the zip code that I put right here on the top. But I can also move my map, and as I move the map, it's going to search in the area that I am. So let's see, get Locust Daycare for children's ages 0 to 12. Love it. Affordable care, assistance finding childcare. So let's refer them to this one, Locust Daycare for children's age 0 to 12. This little arrow means refer to. So I can refer them directly, and it's going to come here, just as if it was a shopping cart, right here to the left, referring test or Mac test. And let's also refer him here so he can have someone to help him find it. You can also click on the opportunity to learn more about it right here. So you get to the opportunity page. So you get to see, okay, this is their schedule. This is what we need to do next. Okay, this looks good. And then click on referral. There you go, 3 referrals. Oh, that's a hard word to pronounce, referrals. There we go. Now let's go back to family and household, because we said we also needed food. So I come back, I have my 3 referrals for daycare waiting for me right here. Now let's click on food. They need groceries, a food pantry near San Francisco. Let's say Tester lives, so let me come here to the Bayview area and look for opportunities here. Perfect. Zoom in. This one looks great. Get free view in a Bayview. I'm going to click right there, take me to the opportunity, and I click refer. So you can also, you see, I referred him right from the map. I can go back. Let's give him one more option. For example, get free food pantry items. Great. So he has at least 2 food options. And then the third The third resource that we were needing was, what was it? It was food. Oh, job training, employment. I come here. So see, I could use the visual search like before. Come in here. Where was my search? Oh my goodness, 1 second. Oh, come in here. Clear all. Come in right here. Or I can also use browse to use this menus, or I can use my keywords. So just to illustrate, let's use a keyword now. Job training. Job training. There we go. So participate in janitorial training program, attend a professional cooking training program. Cooking seems interesting, and this one has actual reviews, 4 out of 5 stars. Refer. Tester's not a veteran, but he's interested in healthcare, so maybe this one. All right, so I have a pretty good selection for him, options within the 3 areas of need that he has. So I can click here on done once I'm done referring him. I can always come back and refer him to more things if I want. So this is the very first draft of the plan I'm putting together for him. So here, each opportunity that I selected, these 3 were for daycare, these were for food, these were for jobs. Perfect. For each one, I can write a note and say, Esther, don't forget to bring your ID. Or I can give him some tips. Go on Friday. They are free that day, or they have a lower wait list those days. Anything I want. I can also say here, ask for Emma if I have a contact there. I could even take this referral one step further, and if I know, actually, let's say I know this person, Emma, at Children's Council of San Francisco, and I want Emma to know that I'm sending Tester McTest to their organization. So I can click here and add recipient and add Emma to the loop. So I can say Emma at childrens.org and say this is my contact, Emma Jones, and her title is case manager, or I can leave the title open. And when I click submit, Emma is going to get an email that said, hey, I'm referring you to this client. This is completely optional, and you don't have to do that. This is just for you to have an option in case you want to make sure the agency knows you're sending them someone, or in case you have a contact and you want to make sure they're in the loop. So I'm going to close this just to not send any information right now. And I can always revise this list and say, you know, actually, this may not be a good program. I can always delete. So I can click here on the little trash can and remove the resource. All right, so now it's pretty balanced to daycares, to food, and to job training related resources. Great. Click submit. Once I feel like I'm ready, I can always add more notes, call early, anything I want. Submit. Are you sure? Yes. Heads up, you didn't add any recipients from the refer organization. This is the Emma example I was saying. It means I'm not letting anyone on the agencies I'm sending my clients to know that I'm sending them. And that's okay because it's completely optional. I want to continue anyways? Yes. I said, oh, perfect. All right, so this is the great thing. Here's where I decide how I want my client to get this plan. So I may say I want it to be via email. If I had their phone number, I can add it so they get a text message. But they also can get a PDF, a download. I can download a PDF and print it so they have a paper plan. So if they're not very computer savvy and I don't see them having a OneDegree account and following their plan there, that's okay. I can print this print. I can also send myself reminders to follow up on the referrals. So I'm going to unclick this one, but I would suggest that you do keep it click. This is an example. I'm unclicking it. All right. Now, it's taking a second because it's generating this a plan for me on a PDF that I will be able to print. And at the same time, it's sending an email to Tester McTest so they know that I've put together a plan for them. There we go. I'm going to say save it here. And here's the PDF right here. I downloaded it on my computer based on what your computer preferences, you know where your downloads go. So there we go. Testers to do tests. Referred by Natalia Carrasco from 1 Degree. If I worked at Compass, it would say Compass here or YMCA. My contact information, so if they have any questions, they can ask me. And this is up to you how much you want to share or not with your clients. They can always scan this to go to the virtual online version of their plan, but this is the paper that you'll be able to print for them. In the first page, you get a checkbox with a list of each opportunity you've referred them to. And then in the next pages, each page is going to be one of the opportunities. So they get the contact information, they get their website, the description, a very specific what to do next step. So contact this number to register. And here a note from Natalia. Remember, tester, don't forget to bring your ID. Go on Friday. They have a lower wait list. You remember this? So that note that you wrote is going to go here. More information. There we go. And they can always go to this link right here to get to 1 Degree's page on this opportunity. So each page is one opportunity that you refer them to. There we go. If I had referred to 2 different opportunities within the same organization, it would be here, right here under it. Then you can print this and meet people where they are in terms of their level of comfort with technology. All right, so now I come to my clients. When I come, this is what I'm going to have. I send everything to Tester McTest, so this is going to be shown as in progress. Now, let's say Tester comes back in a month and tells me, you know, I went to FaceSSF, it was perfect. I can come here to update and click has Tester answered yes. And it's marked as completed. Or I could say not yet, or if he didn't meet the requirements, I can also keep track of it here. So next time I don't send him again because I already know that he's not eligible. Can also say that he rejected it, he didn't like it. So this is a great way to keep track of what we're doing. You can always go back and check on how all your clients are doing. So I have Tester Sister, Testerina, right here. She was my client before. I referred to a bunch of things, so I can see, okay, on February 22nd, I referred them to this, and this is how it's going. This was completed, this wasn't, and so on. So I may decide if this wasn't, if she was ineligible for this, for legal services, I could refer her to new ones. And if I had another session, I will have different batches of referrals. As you see here, this is separate because I did it later. And then I could see, okay, what did I refer her to in February? What did I refer her to in March? And so on. All right, this is a very quick overview of what you can do with the referrals tool. It's free, and it makes you, it really equips you to track your client's progress. I wanted to also show you how does all of this look from our client side. So going back, remember Tester McTest, here we go, June 14. We refer him to all of this. So how does it look like on his side? Let's take a look. So I'm going to come here to, I have another window open where it's open at Tester McTest email. So this is an email that I created at Gmail. So he got an email that says, Natalia Carrasco added you as a client. Oh, great. So Natalia from 1 Degree added you as a client. So perfect. I click here and I said, great. So now my client have the opportunity to go to 1 Degree and create their account and see that plan that I created for them online. So Tester would come and create an account. Tester. All right, so create my account. All right, please try sign up instead. So what it's telling me to do, it's maybe because I already, login. I already may have an account. So let me do this 1 second. Oh, this is my bad. I clicked on login instead of sign up. My bad, my bad. So as a client, I should have clicked on sign up because I'm new. I'm supposed to be new. After my test. Email.com. Perfect. There we go. So I can say where I am. I can pick, again, if I want it to be English or Spanish. And I just click continue because I'm not a non-profit professional. So I can add all of my information here, or I could decide to forego this part and click close it. So now in my plan, 1 second. Oh, I know what's happening. So I will normally click here on my plan, and everything that my social worker referred me to would show up here. It hasn't because I'm using the same email that I used before. I didn't use the email that my social worker sent me to first, but let me show you how it would look like. So I would click here on my plan, and it would look exactly like the plan that social worker had. So let me show you really quickly. Oh my goodness, our security. Better safe than sorry, right? So super quickly, put my password. There we go. So on the client side, instead of I'll go to resources. And instead of clicking on my clients, our tester will click on my plan right here to the left. And then this is exactly how it will look like, exactly like my social workers. I'll get each opportunity. I will read my client's notes, and then I would be able to do it on my side. If it worked for me, it didn't work, I didn't meet the requirements. And then I can also leave a review of how it worked out, if it was great or not, any suggestions I may have for other people looking for this type of resources. So it becomes really easy to keep track. So I can continue being a social worker without having to go see them. And there you have it. Then any change that I do on my side as a client is going to be updated automatically right here on my social worker side. All right, that is it on, this is a very quick overview. I know there's a lot of information, so I want to make sure to go to your questions. Give me 1 second. I'm going to transition back. Okay, hello, here we are. I know that was a lot of information, so please make sure to send us any questions you may have, or just explore your own. It's actually really easy. It's super intuitive. So just go and start adding clients, start making your search, start exploring, and think about it, how it can work for you. But if not, if you come any questions at all after this webinar, once you start exploring, that's when the questions are going to pop up. Feel free to send me an email to natalia@onedegree.org, and we'll be happy to answer them. Or if you want to come over, do a training for your staff, or if you want to help us spread the word, please, let's be friends. Let's make sure to be in contact. But Aziza, do we have any questions from Twitter or from our chat box?
Yes, actually, we do have a couple of questions. I can go ahead and read some out loud. So the first question is, how secure is the information I add to my client?
Yes, we cannot stress this enough. Super secure. So again, we're HIPAA compliant. That means that we have the same level of security as a hospital will have guarding patients' medical records. So there's digital security protocols, physical security protocols. There's all kinds of security issues. So everything is super, super, super safe. You can rest assured. But if you still feel uncomfortable, you can always just use codes. Say, instead of saying Natalia Carrasco, you can say client number 34, and so on.
Someone asked, can I make an account on behalf of my client?
Oh, good question. So the way that it normally works is that you will send an email to your client, and then with one click, they can create their own account. But you can always log out of your account and help walk your client through it. You can just create the account on their behalf. The only thing that we ask is that you let them put their own password. So they can just type in whatever 8-digit password they want, and then that's it. They're all set. Also, they don't need an email account to create an email address to create their account. They can create an account with a cell phone number, and then all the communications get sent to them via text message instead of email. For one more question, super quickly.
Okay, I love this question. Are you available only in San Francisco?
Oh, great question, very timely, because we're available in San Francisco and the whole 9 Bay Area counties: Solano, Sonoma, Napa, Marin, San Mateo, Santa Clara, Alameda. But as of next week, this is a sneak peek, we're expanding to Los Angeles County. So right now, Los Angeles is already on our site as a beta project. But yeah, we're coming to Los Angeles, so this is very, very exciting. So stay tuned for the exciting official announcement. But now you know. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Please, you're going to be sent a link to watch this video if you want to rewatch it, or share with anyone you think might find it useful. And send me any emails with any questions or ideas or thoughts or ways we can collaborate. Agree.org. And continue the conversation too on Twitter. Yeah, we'll continue following this. Hashtag #OneDegreeLife. Tell us how this went. How could we make it better? Looking forward to staying in touch. Thank you so much, everyone. And don't forget to email us. Thank you. Bye.